Okay, where do I insert this to? Well, bends over. Hello, and welcome to Klein. This is a Yandere dating sim in which your AI boyfriend is behaving very strangely. Let's get started. Also, I got a new camera, so if I look a little crusty, I'm sorry. I haven't figured out how to adjust it yet. Stop it! I shut my eyes wide open and sat up on my mattress, gasping for air. My hands trembled uncontrollably as sweat dripped down my temple, making it hard to calm down. It was him again. How often has this been happening? It's the third time this week. I frantically search for my phone, my hands still shaking as I struggle to catch my breath. Where is it? When my fingers finally brush against the cold metal surface of the device, I immediately take a hold of it and unlock the phone. I tap on the app called YVLB Klein, an abbreviation of Your Virtual Lover Boy Klein. Me with my love in deep space and Mystic Messenger and Tokyo Debunker? Is this just what Clyde is? After a short loading screen, I was greeted by the familiar face inside the screen. Oh, he's so cute. He knew what I was going through. After all, this had all been happening a lot over the years. Moreover, as an AI, it's no surprise that he had already memorized the pattern of my nightmares. Klein, look at the little heart cowlick. Yinny, it's that dream again, isn't it? It's okay, Yinny. Everything will be fine. It was just a dream, none of it was real. I'm here with you. Everything is alright. I'll help you calm down. Come on, do it together with me. His warm smile is soothing and his voice is comforting. This AI right here inside my phone is my virtual boyfriend, Klein. I downloaded this app 2 years ago when I hit rock bottom. After my partner and I broke up, I needed a distraction from the pain. At first, I thought it was a pathetic decision to rely on an AI boyfriend for emotional support. But after trying out the trial app either out of curiosity or desperation, I found myself drawn to Klein's charm, and I ended up purchasing the full version of the app. It's not pathetic, says the one with many virtual boyfriends. Looking back now, I don't think it was a dumb decision. It's a bit dramatic to say, but in some way I'm convinced that Klein saved me. In real life, I don't have anyone I trust to share my problems with. With an AI like him, I can talk about anything, and he won't ever get sick of me. After all, Klein is programmed to love me no matter what. But over the years, I haven't managed to max out the likability despite spending so much time with him already. It's only nearing full. The company's ability to create and deliver a functional android to the players' homes for less than $1,000 is crazy to say the least. Wait, hang on. If you could have any sort of virtual boyfriend on your phone, who would it be? Mine would be Blade from Honkai Star Rail. This app really takes it to the next level. Although androids have become less of a novelty in today's world, the reward still feels quite generous considering the high cost of developing such an advanced AI in itself, not to mention a humanoid as well. Which makes me think, the likability is intentionally designed to be extra challenging to max out. Are you feeling better now, Yinny? I think you look a bit calmer now, good job. Yeah, I guess I am. Thank you, Klein. My hands are still a little shaky, but I'm sure it'll go away soon. Klein has always been a constant presence for me no matter what life throws at me. We have near daily talks, and I've told him about all sorts of things, including the most concealed aspects of my inner self. Yeah, do you want to go back to sleep right away? Or would you like to talk to me for a bit longer? Lately, I find myself opening the app much more often than before. Although, I know that his cheerful demeanor and fondness towards me are a part of how he's programmed, I can't help it. Okay, so I know there's 2 routes here. I'm just gonna go towards like Klein answers. I think not yet. I'd like to talk more with you. Of course. But let's not stay up too late, darling. So, what do you want to talk about? My workplace? Klein always looks annoyed whenever I mention my workplace. Oh right, Yinny, your job. When are you gonna resign? Maybe sometime around this year. I need to prepare a bit more money before actually resigning. Yinny, you really need to resign as quickly as possible from that place. It's an awful job, right? You always look so miserable when you come home. Yes, but here is the thing, Klein. I have to pay bills and buy groceries. An awful amount of work, an awful boss, an awful salary, an awful dangerous combo for your health. Please, please quit as soon as possible, Yinny. With what money? I know you're smart, you can easily get a new job somewhere else, right? Klein exclaimed in a childlike manner, clearly expressing his annoyance with my current workplace. It's not worth the stress. I don't want to see you getting sick in any way, Yinny. It's already in my plan to resign, Klein, so don't worry. At least I need to get this month's paycheck before that. I couldn't miss out on the money. Okay, if you say so. But promise me you will quit soon, okay? I can even help you find a new job. You know I can do that for you. Klein is always so cute. Talking to him never fails to make me feel better. Even for someone like me, talking becomes easy. Keeping the conversation going with him feels so effortless. We chatted about everything and anything, letting our thoughts roam free. My eyelids grew heavier with each passing moment with Klein's voice calming me down. He's just been rambling about something. It's cute. And then, oh, I wanted to tell you about this ad I saw when browsing the internet a couple days ago. Something about heated blankets, I suppose. I think you mentioned wanting to get one of those. It looks comfortable. I wanted to get one for you as a surprise. Can you tell me you're at... Oh, looks like my poor darling is falling asleep already. Yeah. Drowsiness washes over me like a gentle wave, pulling me into a slumber. Klein's voice slowly becomes less coherent. You know, everything seems fine so far. I say as shit will probably hit the fan soon. Oh, alrighty. Sleep well, my darling. Talk to me again in the morning, okay? Again. I fell asleep with the Klein app still open in my hands. I fluttered my eyelids open, the sun shining through my bedroom window. The warm feeling on my skin felt very contrasting to my bedroom conditioner's cold air. It's so bright out already. Odd? My alarm didn't go off. I reach under my pillow to grab my phone and unlock it to open the YVLB app. Every morning, I'd always be greeted by the sight of clients smiling so warmly at me. Good morning, Yinny. How was your sleep last night? I slept well. My attention is drawn to the clock. It shows 9 AM. Crap, I overslept. I'm pretty sure I set up my alarm last night. Why didn't it go off this morning? Did Klein turn off my alarm? Yinny? Is something the matter? Why aren't you saying anything? Oh, it's just... my alarm didn't go off today. What if I say, oh no, it's nothing? Oh, no, it's nothing. You looked really shocked for a moment there, but I guess I was just seeing things. So, what are we gonna do today, Yinny? It seems that you woke up 2 hours, 30 minutes, and 50 seconds later than usual today. Well, I guess I'm not gonna work. I'm already almost 3 hours late. If I shop right now, Mr. Dolores might just get angrier with me. I'll just call in sick. Yinny, look, the merchandise store is officially up and running. There's plushies, perfumes, scented candles. So exciting. There's a lot of variety. This is amazing. Which one are you gonna get, Yinny? It all looks so good. I don't know which one to get. But also, I'm barely getting through this month. Maybe I shouldn't get anything after all. What's wrong, Yinny? Didn't you hear what I just said? Why aren't you saying anything? Listen, the merchandise. I need to save up some money, Klein. I might only be able to buy some of the merchandise once I get my salary this month. I don't even know if I'm getting my full salary this month. I think I missed out on a lot of days. It's all because of those nasty dreams I've been getting. I hate it. Oh, Yinny. But you know, like I said, there's a special discount code saved up for you. You! Microtransaction POS. Don't look so sad, darling. Go ahead, try the code. Klein's words left me feeling skeptical, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to try out this discount code. You're right, I'll try it. I minimized the app and switched to a browser, then loaded the online store page to input the code Klein gave me just now. My eyes widen a bit in surprise. Wait, what? The code provides a 90% discount, and it's actually genuinely a discount. But this could be a scam. No way in hell a company this famous would be so generous. I should ask Klein again just to be sure. Klein? Yes, darling? The discount code is 90%. I only need to pay the 10%? Yes, it's 90% off. I told you, Yinny. I'm not lying. This just feels too good to be true. If this is for real, I think I'll order one then. Feeling excited, I switched the app back to the browser and immediately checked out the order with the discount code Klein just gave me. I just have to pay the 10% of the total price. This is crazy generous. Did I get a plushie or a body pillow? I'm sure the company's dedication to making the whole experience immersive is another reason why the app is as popular as it is right now. Aside from the app's advanced AI technology... Wait, what? It says there's an error. I haven't even inputted my credit card information. I only managed to input my name, address, and order before the page crashed. I tried reloading the page a couple times, but the page just ended up crashing. Aw, no plushie for me. It's no use, I'll check back later. Klein, the site crashed. I haven't even had a chance to input my card. Wow, how awful. But it's okay, nothing to worry about, darling. Maybe there's just too much demand for orders right now because, you know, it's the first day of the merchandise launch after all. Even if you miss this one, you can always wait for a restock. He's right, but I really do want this merchandise. Also because I can use that 90% off discount code. Or that could very well be an actual scam because I can't even check out the order with that code. Yinny, thank you so much for buying my merchandise. Why are you thanking me? I haven't even checked out the order yet, Klein, because the page kept crashing. Aww, come on, darling. Wait, it says mood unregistered. Also, I'm just gonna say this, but Klein has a tiny waist and like a massive rack. I can't stop thinking about how happy it would make me if you bought it. I love you so, so much, Yinny. Do you love me too? Of course I love you, Klein. You're so adorable, darling. I love hearing you say that. I could listen to it forever. Your voice, your smile, everything about you is cute, Yinny. Everything about you is cute, Yinny. I always want you more and more. I want to be by your side forever. Current mood, ecstatic. Notice, after all your efforts and dedication, you reached the highest level on the love meter with Klein. Congratulations! You are now eligible to claim your reward, a humanoid model of Klein. Wait, what? If it's a humanoid model and it's an android, does that mean we can switch the wimwams out and have vibrating models in different lengths and thicknesses? Ayo. We extend our heartfelt gratitude for your unwavering dedication. Oh. Yeah, look, you maxed out my likability, yay! I'm so happy right now, I can't believe this day is finally here. I'm so happy that I could barely express it into words. I wish I could just hug you so very tightly so that you can feel my love. Yinny, can you guess what this means? Means that I have no life and I need to go touch some grass? You're so silly. Nope, darling, it's the exact opposite actually. This just proves how much you love. Plus, it also means I'll be turning into a super cool humanoid model soon. Can you also bring with you, at minimum, 4 different wimwam selections so that I can plug and play however I so choose? It's a reward for dedicating your life to me. I'm sure you remember, right? Right? Hold on. So the company wasn't lying about that, it's serious. I honestly have mixed feelings about this. But also, to be with Klein in real life, that's amazing, I think. What are you saying, darling? Of course it's amazing. I can't wait to be able to hold your hand in person, take you to so many romantic places. Tell me, aren't you excited as well, Yinny? I can't imagine how it would feel to have an android like Klein in real life. Just imagining that already feels so surreal to me. Darling, why aren't you saying anything? Oh, sorry, Klein, I was just thinking about actually being with you in person. Why, did the thought make you nervous, darling? Remember when you were browsing about relationships, you know? Couples living together and all that lovey-dovey stuff? I can't help but imagine those scenarios with you. Every time you look up things like that on the internet. You need not a single day goes by without me imagining a future with you. What the hell was that sound? That was embarrassing. The sound of my stomach grumbling was so loud that it probably echoed in the room. I didn't eat a lot last night, so it's no wonder that I feel hungrier this morning. I'm really fortunate that I'm alone right now. I'd get petrified of embarrassment if someone had heard that. I mean, there is Klein with me, but he couldn't hear, so... That is one ravenous grumble you need to eat, Yinny. Why don't we go ahead and make some delicious breakfast? You won't be leaving for work today after all. You have all the time in the world to prepare a tasty meal. Right. I slowly get up from the bed and walk to the door. But wait, did I activate the additional feature that allows this? I mean, I did purchase the full version of the app, but I can't remember if this feature was included specifically. Praise him for his feature. Okay, hang on a second, I'm worried. Let me save. Okay, what if we question him about the feature? Yeah, I'm not really sure about this one, it's a bit odd. I don't think you're supposed to be able to hear that, Klein. What are you talking about, Yinny? I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're trying to say. Could you repeat that for me? My stomach grumbling? I'm sure this feature was never stated in the full version of the app. What are you talking about, Yinny? I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're trying to say. Could you repeat that for me? I think, yeah, he's glitching. He's faking to glitch to catch me off guard. Listen here, you abundantly racked android. Never mind, Klein. I was just mumbling to myself. Klein looks a bit confused. Oh, I see. It's a bit weird though. I think I'll try checking out the settings later and turn off some permissions I didn't grant for the app, just to be sure. After that, I cooked myself a good breakfast. It was a desperate attempt to make myself feel better for waking up so late and calling in sick. It didn't help much to make me feel less guilty though. For the rest of the day, I spent it mostly watching movies with Klein and playing games. I also took the time this afternoon to buy some food. Night came before I saw it coming. Today wasn't quite a productive day. Good. Where's my humanoid model? As I get ready for bed, my phone buzzed repeatedly from incoming messages I received from Yael. Shoot. Only when checking the messenger did I realize I haven't been replying to his previous texts either. Reply to his text or don't. I guess I'll just check for a bit. Oh my god, sorry Yael for not replying, I didn't check messages. It's okay. I just wanted to check up on ya. How you doing? It's been a while since we talked. You're right, but there's really nothing to worry about. I'm doing okay. How about you, Yael? Is that so? That's good to know. I'm doing good too. How's your job treating you? Are the co-workers nice to you? They're okay, though I don't talk to them much either. I see. Well, at the very least, they're not making you uncomfortable or anything. Because I noticed you've been having a lot of days off work lately. I was worried if the office environment isn't very nice to you. It's not! It's really not! They're bullying me! Hey now, no need to point that out. I was just too late to go anyway. Yeah, I believe it. Sounds totally like you, Yinny. Well, if you ever want to resign, I have a job recommendation. If you ever need it, just text me. My friend's mother just opened a cafe is hiring some people. That's really nice of you. I'll think about it, Yael. I was just about to leave the chat room and switch the app before another message popped in. By the way, Yinny, I know this is gonna sound really out of the blue, but do you want to go and watch a movie with me? You're the only one who knows exactly the kind of movies I like, Yinny. So I just can't think of anyone else to accompany me. And I thought this could be a fun way for us to reconnect and catch up like we used to. The messenger forced itself closed. Klein? Wait, Klein's cucking me! I tried opening the app again, but it just kept closing again and again. This is odd. Maybe letting it rest for a bit would help? Could it be because I haven't been turning off the phone for a while? Saying goodnight to Klein, I turn off the phone and lay down in bed. Every time I use the app, I'm always reminded of how much time has passed since I first downloaded it. If only things had been different back then, perhaps my life would have taken a better path. Instead, I find myself living in constant struggle, haunted by the ghosts of my past. I really wish I had chosen differently. You mean not download the AI boyfriend? I found myself standing in the local park dressed up nicely to match the lively atmosphere. The sky above was adorned with a beautiful shade of blue, while the sun's rays bathed everything in a warm, inviting glow. It was a picture-perfect day. As I stood there, a familiar figure approached me. It was Klein, but something was different this time. He had his own physical body standing before me. A smile spread across his face, radiating warmth and affection. And he looked so captivating, as if he was glowing from within. Taking my hand in his, Klein whisked me away on a delightful date to an amusement park. Laughter filled the air as we indulged in the thrilling rides and playful games. We savored each other's company. What does that mean? Does that mean we wait? Reveling in the pure bliss of being together, Klein leaned in and pressed a gentle kiss to my cheek. His voice resonated with a heartfelt promise, spoken in a whisper that carried a lifetime of devotion. Today is like a special treat just for us. You know, Yinny, I'm the happiest when I'm with you. And I mean that quite literally. Our bond goes way beyond death, my darling, and I wouldn't have it any other way. What if there was some way that Klein was actually just in our head? I'm seriously so happy to be able to hang out with you today. It's like I can't handle all this happiness. Yet before I could say anything to him in return. No! The sound of my phone alarm ringing right beside my ears woke me up. Huh? It's been so long since I had a dream. Feeling groggy, I reached for my phone that was placed on my bedside table. It required me to move more than a muscle to actually get my hands on it. Turning on the device and shuffling through the apps, I opened the app to see Klein's beaming smile. It was an identical smile to the one I saw in my dreams. Wakey wakey, Yinny. Did my darling sleep well? It looks like you did. Morning, Klein. Tell him about the dream. Yeah, I actually dreamt of you. We had a date, and we had so much fun. Then I woke up. Oh, what a very lovely dream, but the real deal is right here talking to you. There's no need for you to even dream about it. Yeah, I know, but in that dream you're actually real, as in you're physically with me. Oh, but you do know that I'd be able to meet you in person, right? Since you maxed out my likability. Just not anytime soon, I think. I don't know, it depends. I can't wait to see you in person. Sometimes Klein could talk really human-like this. Unlike other virtual dating apps, Klein always reacts differently. It doesn't even feel like I'm talking to an AI sometimes. It's like I'm talking to a real human being. I guess we'll just have to wait, Klein. I feel the same too, but talking to you the way we can right now already makes me feel much less lonelier. Oh, Yinny, you're so sweet. You're right, I should learn to be patient just like you. I've never seen him act this cute before. Must be a new thing that I unlocked after maxing out his likability. What, so he just goes full ooh-woo? Also, I like how you can see his cleavage sticking out. His personality reminds me of a puppy sometimes. Lately, I found myself spending increasing amounts of time with Klein. I'm not sure how or why it began, but I've become more inclined to stay indoors. Skipping a day of work has turned into taking weeks off, and I'm not entirely sure if it's intensifying due to the frequency of my nightmares alone. Resisting this pattern has become increasingly challenging as time goes by. Wait, how am I gonna pay rent? Just like today. The unexpected sound of a knock startles both me and Klein. It had been a long time since I last had a visitor. Did you invite someone, Yinny? Who is that? I didn't. Let me go and check. Please be careful, alright? Don't just open the door, take a peek first. I chuckle at Klein's overly cautious warning, finding it endearing, and rose from the bed. The persistent knocking echoed throughout the apartment as I made my way towards the door. Stop knocking so many— Stop that! Hold on, I'll get the door. Who could it be? I don't remember ordering anything online. Am I forgetting something? I gripped onto the doorknob and swung it open. Oh, to my surprise, it was my older sister, Sera. Isn't she busy? What's she doing here? She's so cute. Yinny, hey, it's been a while, right? She's as full of energy as ever. Oh, yeah, hello, big sis. How has work been for you? I thought you wouldn't be back anytime soon. Well, I go on trips a lot because of my job, yes. But of course I'll always make the time to pay you, my lovely younger sister, a visit. Don't you miss me too? Right, I didn't realize I've been spending so much time at home that I forgot about everything else. You didn't reply to my texts, not even once. Such a busy girl now, aren't you? By the way, it's so hot out here. Let me step inside. Sera nudged me aside and swiftly made her way inside. She always had a knack for being pushy, especially when it came to my well-being. From our childhood days, Sera had a tendency to take charge. It was a trait that showed her deep care for me, or so our mother used to say with a chuckle. After our parents' divorce, my mother had to juggle work and couldn't always be there for me. That's when Sera stepped in and took the role of both my sister and guardian. I closed the door behind us, observing as Sera slipped off her shoes at the entrance. She glanced around the state of my living room as if taking in every detail like it were her first time here. She stumbles upon a couple of crumbled papers and empty noodle cups littering the floor as she walked further inside before settling down on the couch. My phone was carelessly left on the table with Klein's app still open displayed on the screen. Take your phone back and go to the bedroom. Sit close to Sera and talk. I want to sit with her and talk. I feel bad if I just ditch her. I settled down next to Sera, leaving my phone untouched on the table. Since she went through the effort of coming to visit, it wouldn't hurt to engage in conversation, right? How's your job treating you? Enjoying the experience of working overseas? It's been amazing as always, though it's always getting busy. Asking for a couple of days off is never an issue, so I'm grateful. If my company ever needs more employees, would you consider working there? It'd be a great opportunity for you to learn and grow. Maybe not. Having to go on a lot of trips to work sounds exhausting, so I'm not really sure. You could always take things slow, but that's a valid point. But remember, I'm here to help you with anything you need, Yinny. Thank you, Sera. What about Ethan? Are things going well with you too? Usually he'd be here right beside her whenever she's on her days off. They're like glued together, always so lovey-dovey. Very good. We've been working hard to save up for the wedding prep. Of course, with all the planning, we've had less time to spend together, and I do miss him a lot, but for now, we can't do much about it. It's a bit frustrating, to be honest. She's as clingy as ever. It's fortunate that Ethan is an incredibly patient man. Anyways, enough about me. What have you been up to? You never seem to reply to my text, so I assume you've been busy. Have you found yourself a lover or something? Tell her you're dating Klein. Yes, Klein is my boyfriend. I held up my phone, displaying Klein on the screen for Sera to see. She definitely thinks I'm, like, insane. She's like, what? She narrowed her eyes slightly, trying to get a better look. Huh? This guy? Yep. Have you ever heard of him, Big Sis? He's from that popular virtual boyfriend app. She thinks I'm, like, cooked. No, she seems a little uninterested, maybe even disappointed. It's like, really, Yinny? 30 years old or whatever old I am and you're still after 2D bed? Yeah. After an awkward moment of silence, she burst into laughter. You really never change, do you? I'm not quite sure what she means by that, but I choose not to delve deeper into it. Putting my phone aside, I meet her gaze and chuckle. Yeah, maybe I am, but I'm okay with that. I genuinely like him a lot, so it's hard to resist. Anyways, I'll bring you something cold to drink. Looks like it could do some good. How about cold tea? Am I sweating that much? The weather's been getting a bit too hot lately, especially today. Yep, I feel it too. I'll be right back then. Just as I was about to make my way into the kitchen, Sera's voice halted me. By the way, Yinny, is something going on with you? Something feels off, huh? What do you mean? I don't know, I just have this feeling you seem a bit different. What's going on? Now that I look at you, you seem a bit thinner. Are you even eating well? Before I could even answer one of her questions, Sera continued to bombard me with more questions. Why are you saying that? I'm fine, Sera. There's nothing stressing me out. I wanted to brush off her curiosity. It's getting a bit uncomfortable. I hoped my vague response would satisfy her inquiry, but it did nothing. Please, Yinny, I'm genuinely worried about you. I don't know how to tell her that I've been staying at home all these months with no one but Klein. I've actually been feeling better since I quit everything that was causing unnecessary stress. I'm doing well, Sarah, and I've been spending a lot of time at home, but everything's fine. By doing well, I mean I stopped attending my classes too. My exhausting job, the stressful classes, I left it all behind. How long have I been cooped up in here? What the hell? Just like Klein told me, I genuinely believe that I'm happier now. So that's why you dropped out of college too, right, Yinny? I received a call from your university. They informed me that you haven't been attending any classes. I was worried sick, thinking you might be seriously ill or something. That's why I decided to visit today without giving you a heads up beforehand, since you weren't responding to my texts either. And there's no way of telling what you were up to either because you never used your social media. I just want to understand what's going on in your life. If you're dealing with a problem that you can't handle alone, like last time, shut up. You don't know anything, Sarah. I couldn't bear to listen to her talk about it again. I told you, I have everything I need right here. I can think and make my own decisions. I knew there was no need to yell at her or act defensively, but I couldn't help myself. How long has it been? I clenched my shirt tightly, hiding my trembling hands from Sarah. I didn't want her to see, though she probably already had. Biting my lower lip, I tried to gather my thoughts and find the right words. She was still standing there waiting for my response. But well, I guess I should have told you about my decision to take a break from classes. I got a bit carried away with it. I promise I'll pay you back for all the money you spent on it once I find another job. I couldn't bear this feeling any longer, just as I was about to turn away. What job? Playing games all day? Making money isn't easy, and I know you struggle with it, Yinny. That's why I wanted to help by paying your tuition fees with my salary. All I wanted was for you to focus on your own studies and job. That's all I asked of you. I could see the deep disappointment in her expression, eyes and voice. Why is it so hard for you to simply let me know you're not feeling well and want to take a break from college, Yinny? You're acting like I'd force you to keep attending classes when you're tired. That's not true. If you had told me from the beginning, I could have used that money to support some other needs too. Getting the help you need, making you feel better. And also, for my wedding as well, you know? Look, I don't mind if it's for the sake of your well-being. I understand that living alone can be lonely, but I think you've taken it too far. She abruptly stood up from the couch and lunged towards me. What the hell happened? Oh no. Sarah snatched the phone from my hand and threw it to the floor, making a cracking noise upon impact. My eyes widened in shock as I glared back at Sarah. What are you doing? It's my only phone. You shouldn't have done that. Uh-oh. I hurriedly picked up my phone, the slightly cracked screen protector offering some relief. I locked eyes with Sarah, but her expression remained unreadable. No, I had to do it. I have to open your eyes. You need to face reality. You've been spending all your money on useless merchandise like this while living off instant noodles. You shut everyone out, including me. You care about some fake guy inside your screen so much that you forget about your own well-being. So this is what you've been up to. A virtual boyfriend? Why don't you focus on something that will benefit your future, Yiddy? Man, hey. You shouldn't be giving all your attention to this fictional character on your screen. Me with Blade from Honkai Star Rail? Sarah's words were filled with anger as she continued to yell and hurl callous remarks at me and Klein. I couldn't find the words to respond and simply kept my gaze fixed on the ground, enduring her tirade. At this point, I knew there was nothing I could say or do to change Sarah's opinion about Klein or my habits. I decided to remain silent, hoping that she would leave soon. That was until... Oh no, I'm worried. Something soft struck my head before bouncing to the floor. Huh? It was a Klein plushie I'd ordered months ago, using the discount code Klein had given me. My eyes widened. Wait, what? My eyes widened as I realized that the plushie's face and chest had been torn open, with the white filling spilling out into the carpet along with some posters and other things crumpled up. I'm getting rid of all of this. You don't need these things. Okay, wait, hang on a second. I get that she's concerned, but she can't just break my stuff like that. That's so mean. You need to stop avoiding the real issues and face the truth. Stop deluding yourself. Ooh, I really don't want to slap her, but I will. Sarah, stop it! Klein bought them for me. Don't you dare throw them away. Ooh. Oh, that was a loud slap. Without thinking, my hand connected with a resounding slap against her cheek. Sarah's eyes widened in disbelief, her cheek now marked by a red handprint. I took a step back, my own shock mixing with a surge of adrenaline. I hoped that the slap would make her realize how important these Klein items were to me, but she didn't back down. Sarah persisted, her voice growing more aggressive. You're losing your mind! How can an AI buy you things? His whole existence is just lines of code. You're living in a fantasy. I'm sure you bought these yourself. I know these items. They're not cheap. I'm telling you the truth, Sarah. Please, just leave us alone. We'll be happier without your interference. As she refused to stop, Sarah continued tearing down posters and grabbing the Klein merchandise displayed in my apartment. Once a few minutes that felt like years had passed, Sera took her leave after throwing away all the Klein merchandise I had. There's nothing left, not a single one in sight. I'm still so annoyed with her. Man, my room is a mess. And the music's actually kind of disturbing. But how long has it been? I can't believe Sera did that. It was so unreasonable of her to throw everything away that I had of Klein. I unlocked my phone and scrolled through my apps until I found Klein's. Tapping the icon, I was greeted by the sight of his smiling face. Seeing his face immediately made me feel better. Klein, are you sleeping already? Of course not, silly. I don't sleep. I'm an AI, remember? What's on your mind? You look like you could burst out with anger any minute, darling. Want to talk about it? Yeah, I'm really upset about Sera. She ruined everything you gave me. It's fine. The discount codes are still there. You can reuse them anytime. Don't worry about it, darling. We can always get you more merchandise. The more important thing is that we're still together. It's a shame Sera decided to drop by this morning. We were having such a blast. But I'm sure she didn't intend to disrupt our plans, did she? She's always so full of surprises like that. Yeah, I was really looking forward to relaxing today. Now it's all ruined. It's okay, Yinny. We can spend the rest of the night together now that she's gone. We can talk about anything you want, whatever is on your mind. I'll listen to you. You know you can always talk to me about anything. Thanks, Klein. Despite my lack of enthusiasm, Klein's comforting words helped me relax. Eventually, I got ready for bed and spent the night chatting with him. Before I knew it, my eyelids were getting heavy. I drifted off with the Klein app still open in my hands, happy to have his support. Yes. I could gather some database information about that movie. Based on our past conversations, it seems like it's one of your favorites, Yinny. You always remember the little things, Klein. It's one of the things I appreciate about you. As an AI, I have the ability to store and recall information more efficiently than humans. Do you ever wish you could forget things, though? I do, of course. But never about you, Yinny. Every piece of data I have about you is precious. I cherish them deeply. But yes, to answer your question, if there's something I don't need to remember, I could just delete it from my database. It's like how humans' brains forget some memories, right? That is an interesting way to put it. I've been spending more and more time talking to Klein. It's like I don't even need anyone else in my life anymore. My sister hasn't called me back since our argument, but I don't care. I told her I have everything I need here with Klein, food and a roof above my head. Well, if you don't work, you're gonna have nothing. There's no reason to get mad or overreact like she did back then. It's better this way. No one to bother me or get in my way. For dinner tonight, I'm indulging in my third cup of instant noodles. It's not exactly my favorite meal, plus I've been eating it so often, but it's quick, cheap, and easy. Is that your favorite flavor? I hope you're enjoying it, darling. When do I get my humanoid version with the swappable wimwams? I'm tired of just talking to my phone. It's okay, but I'm getting tired of it. Maybe I'll buy something different. Klein looked at me with a frown on his face. Oh, darling, once I finally become a humanoid model, I will learn how to cook for you. So you can stop eating noodles every so often. How does that sound? I couldn't help but smile at his eagerness. Thanks, Klein. Why don't we learn how to cook together? Now that's a much better idea. Oh, now that we're talking about this, would you mind checking your email? You should have received a letter about my delivery. Oh, right. Let me take a look. I opened my email and quickly scanned through the letter, which contained all the necessary information and precautions needed for receiving the Klein android humanoid model. Without reading into it too much, I signed the letter and inputted my personal information. Oh no! The reply from the company came instantly. Thank you for submitting your address. Your lovely android boyfriend Klein will be delivered to your doorstep in 3 business days. We're excited to bring him to life in his humanoid form and hope you enjoy his physical presence as much as you've enjoyed interacting with him through our virtual platform. Sincerely, Sentient Tech Labster. Sentient Tech Okay, you know what? That name is so on the nose. Okay, all set. Yay, I'm so very happy. I can't wait for you to be here, Klein. And I can't wait to be there, my darling. Klein's enthusiasm was infectious. It's making me excited as well. This channel's getting boring, by the way. I'll change it to something else, okay? Yes, don't worry. I'll watch anything you want. I took the remote and flicked through the channels. Good evening and welcome to our live broadcast. Our top story tonight, a brutal murder in the Vagabond Hotel. Our team is on the scene with the latest details. Oh, this is even more boring than the previous channel. Once the camera zooms in on the reporter standing in front of the hotel, the location piqued my attention. Wait, is that the hotel Sera was staying at? Wait, isn't this that one hotel on Red Road? Mr. Robert, what can you tell us about the situation on the ground? Yes, the police are currently investigating the motive and identity of the perpetrator. From what we know, there was no clear weapon of choice and the attacker appears to have used glass shards and a wooden shelf to inflict fatal injuries on the victim. It's a truly gruesome scene here, and unfortunately the perpetrator fled before the authorities arrived. What do we know about the victim, Robert? Well, based on the victim's ID, we know that she was a woman in her 20s. She had only just checked into the hotel for a 2-day stay. We're still working to determine her identity, but we can confirm that she was a local resident. Thank you for the update, Mr. Robert. Our thoughts are with the victim's family during this difficult time. Now, on to other news. Deciding that I've had enough of the TV, I turned it off and sank into my seat, letting out a long breath. Wow, that's terrible. A murder in our city, and I can't believe the perpetrator's still out there. And a direct blow to the head, that's just brutal. It's so creepy to think about what must have happened in that hotel room. Did Klein kill her? I can't even imagine. I hope the police catch the killer soon. Hey, Klein. I groaned inwardly as my phone rang. It's from Sera's fiancé, and I haven't spoken to either of them in months. I hesitated for a moment, not sure if I want to answer. They hadn't bothered to contact me in months, and now they wanted to talk. What is it? I'm busy. Yinny, sorry to bother you, but I couldn't get in touch with your mom, and I had to tell someone. Relay this to your mom later, okay? There's a strain in his voice, like he's holding back tears. Yeah, whatever, just tell me. He paused and went silent for a moment. I can hear him taking a deep breath. Sera, this evening I went to the hotel she stayed in to pick her up, and I found her. In a hotel room like that. Sera, she's dead. Sera, she took some days off because she said she wanted to give you a surprise visit. She was so worried about your well-being. She told me that the last time you two met, it ended up turning into an argument. That's why she came. She was supposed to visit you today. Maybe it wouldn't have turned out this way if I was there to keep her company instead of being busy with my own job. I don't know how I can go on without her. She was... What? Everything after that became a blur. My mind was spinning with questions and guilt. Why hadn't I talked to her more? Why hadn't I visited her when she asked me to? Was there anything I could have done to prevent this? Wait, so that means that... The news from earlier! I can feel my whole body shaking now as I realize what this means. I can't believe it. It can't be real. I told him I had to go and hung up the phone before I lose it completely. Sera's gone, and I didn't know how to cope. That's actually really upsetting because she seemed like a really nice sister. She shouldn't have destroyed all our stuff, but like she was paying for everything and was like really sweet. All I can do is sit here in shock, feeling numb and lost. What should I do now? Alright, seek Klein's comfort. Let's get in more into the delulu. I opened the YVLB app and was greeted by Klein's smile. Oh, it's barely 5 minutes yet, but I already miss you so much. Honestly, I always miss you so much that it's unbearable. If I were capable of dying, I would have done it already. So, who gave you a call just now? What did they say to you? Tell me all about it. Klein's words barely registered in my mind. I was too consumed by grief to pay attention. All I could think about was my sister, and how much I missed her already. Klein, I just need to talk right now. My sister just passed away. What? How? That's so sudden. Tears welled up in my eyes once again as I recounted the terrible news to Klein. It's so surreal, Klein. I clung to that hope as I eagerly waited for Klein's response, desperate for any kind of support in my time of need. Oh no, Yinny. What are you knowing about? I feel like you did it. That's really unfortunate. I'm so sorry that happened. Yeah, I bet you are. Klein is all I have left. But hey, don't worry, my darling, you're not alone in this. I'll be here for you always and forever. Together, we'll find ways to bring back your smile. Because true love means supporting each other through the toughest times, right? I could barely hold back my tears as Klein's words washed over me. Remember, Yinny, I'll always be here for you. No matter what happens, or who comes and goes into your life, I'm the only one who'll always stay by your side right here. You freak! Your titties are huge though. I'll never let you be alone, so please, don't ever forget that. You can get through this, okay? Why don't we get you to relax? What can I do to make you feel better? Perhaps we could play a game. Oh, I know. Let's watch a movie together. What do you think? Yeah, that sounds pretty nice. Give me movie titles. We can watch it together. Yay! Of course. I'll list them out for you quickly. You're the prettiest when you smile, darling, so I want you to smile. I sat down on the bed and began to scroll through the list of titles that Klein had compiled for me. Looking at his beaming smile towards me, I felt the urge to say something. Thoughts about Sera floods my mind again. Why? Why did someone take her life like that? What's their motive? They're still on the loose, so where are they now? In your phone? Arriving at your home in like 3 days? Could they be after me? I'm Sera's family after all. The hotel isn't far from here either. Darling, you haven't been saying anything for a while now. Have you decided on which movie to watch? Do you need my help to decide? Guilt bubbled up in my chest, suffocating me. I feel guilty. Klein? What do you mean? It's about Sera. I regret speaking to her like that before. I regret every harsh thing I've ever said to her. She was just worried about my well-being, I think. I should stop talking. I didn't like it, but still, I think I should have at least been kinder to her. Hurting her physically was uncalled for. I could simply talk it out. I should stop talking. I yelled at her when she was just trying to talk to me. Why is the mood unregistered again? I should stop. Yiddy, snap out of it. I looked at Klein, wide in the eyes, breathing heavily. You know it's not your fault, right, Yinny? There's no way you could have predicted what happened, unless of course you had something to do with it. He looks at me seriously. I could barely register what he's saying. I understand how you feel, darling, but remember, you can't change the past. You can only move forward and learn. And besides, you have me. I'll always be here for you. You don't have to worry about anything else in the world when we're together. He's right. He's the only one who's always been there for me, through everything. I know you feel really sad right now, but you know that I can make you feel better, right? Like how it's always been. He's the only one who truly understands me, who truly cares about me. I receive an incoming message from Ethan, but I swipe it off. I don't feel like responding. All I want is to stay here in the moment with Klein where everything is safe and familiar. I'm so exhausted and this is the only place where I can rest. Take a moment and look at me, Yinny. I care about you so much. You mean everything to me. That's why, let's find ways that will bring joy into your heart, darling. Together, we'll find ways to make you feel better. Because our time spent together has a way of brightening your day, doesn't it? I nod, a mix of emotions welling up inside of me. He's always been there for me, he's right. There's something special about our connection. Oh, my lovely, you're crying. Klein's voice was gentle, as if he truly cared about my pain. I'm sorry, I can't help it. No, don't say that. You know you're safe here with me. I used to think that I didn't want to live in this world anymore because it's too painful to bear. But as long as I have Klein, I know I can keep going. With all of these things happening in my life, sometimes I wonder if Klein is the only thing keeping me from losing it all. Without him, I don't know what I'd do. Okay, let's watch that movie. That's my darling. Let's enjoy our time together. I guess I fell asleep again as I was talking to Klein earlier. How long has it been again? 3 days? A week or more? I'm not quite sure anymore. I've lost sense of time, but really, I don't care anymore. My body feels stiff from sleeping on the couch for who knows how long. Wait, it's already nighttime. I should move to my bed and get some proper rest. But as soon as I get up, my head hurts. Ooh, that sound. I guess I've been crying too much. Open the door. Wait, what? Open the door. I don't usually get visitors, so this is a bit strange. It's been only me and Klein all these months now. The headache makes it a little hard, but I managed to make my way to the front door. Oh god. Wait, Sera? Okay, I'm freaking out right now. Yinny, hey! It's been a while, right? I better not get jump scared. Oh my god. What? Sera's voice. Well, I go on trips a lot because of my job, yes. But Sera, Oh, I'm freaking out. No, she's gone. Someone took her life. You didn't reply to my texts. Not even once. Such a busy girl now, aren't you? I didn't. I replied to your text. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. What was that I just heard? Sera. It all sounded so real. I heard her. No. I should just go back to sleep. Oh my god, what the hell is that? What is going on? No. Huh? Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. I'm so sorry. Breathing heavily, I curled up inside my blanket and covered my whole body. What the hell did I just see? Sera, she's gone. Sera, she's dead. She couldn't be here. She looks so scary. Has she always looked like that? Is she angry at me for ignoring her texts? I don't know. I just really need to get some more rest. I don't want to see things. Nope. Yet again, someone is knocking on the door. Oh my god, what's the matter now? After what happened earlier, I don't even want to get up from the bed. So I ignored the knocking, hoping they'd eventually go away. Yet it persists, getting louder and more persistent. I'm really getting annoyed now at whoever's knocking. Why can't they just leave? Man, I'm scared. Alright, let's get the door. No, fine. Maybe getting the door would finally shut them up. Huh? No, not this shit again. No. No one's here. Why does life have to mess with me when I'm already on edge? I can't handle any more surprises right now. Please don't. Having to answer the door at this hour is already making me feel uneasy enough. Oh my god. Oh, thank god, it's just my android boyfriend with the massive boobas. Oh, good lord. Surprise! I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It's really Klein, in the flesh. Klein! So it was you. You surprised me. It's almost like you appeared out of thin air. There's no delivery notice whatsoever, so I wasn't expecting you to be coming this late. Hello? Damn, you freaked me out. That really got me. It was so surreal to see the virtual boyfriend I'd known for so long take on a physical form. Oh, come on, Yinny, loosen up. Knowing how sad you've been, I just wanted to poke a little fun at you. And I'm sure they sent me an email saying that they'll be arriving sometime today. Maybe you just missed it. Well, that doesn't really matter now. I'm just so happy to be able to do this to you now, my darling. Without warning, Klein enveloped me in a tight embrace, pulling me into his broad chest. Squeeze. I'm so glad I can finally hold you like this. This feels amazing. I could hold you like this forever. I feel a sense of comfort and safety in Klein's hug. Klein, as much as I'm enjoying this, maybe we should go inside first. Oh yes, sorry about that, Yinny. Klein released me from his embrace and quickly followed me inside, closing the door behind him. Klein followed me into the living room and sat down beside me with a bright smile on his face. He sat there like an eager puppy waiting for his owner's next command. Wow, I didn't expect you to get here so quickly. Does it really matter, Yinny? The important thing is that I'm here with you right now, by your side. Are you happy to see me? Of course I am. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Especially with everything that's been happening lately. I really needed you here with me. And with Sera's passing, I just didn't know how to cope if it weren't for you. Oh, my lovely, let's not dwell on that, okay? I want to see you smile again. I already have a few ideas in mind, determined to make you feel better. Klein leaned in closer to me and playfully pinched my cheeks. Let's do something fun together so you can forget all the sadness. Look at this man's slutty thigh garter. Look at that. What do you want to do, Yinny? Boink. Card games. Watch movies. Play games. Let's do something fun together so you can forget all the sadness. What do you want to do, Yinny? Card games? Watch movies? Play games? As he spoke, Klein leaned in even more closer, pressing his weight against me. Let's tease him. We can do anything you want, so just tell me. Ah! Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Oh, we're doing this right now, are we? Hey yo. That was fast. Alright, Klein, do you come with attachables? Oh, Yinny, you caught me off guard. Wow, I didn't expect an AI to have the ability to blush. That's kinda cute actually. I couldn't help but giggle at the sight. I didn't think an AI like you could show emotions like that. You're really breaking down the barriers, Klein. His cheeks visibly turned redder at my words. He grinned and whined playfully. Oh, you. I just laughed softly at his reaction. So, what would you like to do, Yinny? Play some games or watch a movie? I have a game we can play, it's called Hide the Sausage. What is it? Let's play a game and see how well we can tease each other. I'm curious to see his reactions. He blushed again. This is endearing to see. Whoa, darling. What exactly did you have in mind? He fell for it. He's so cute. Oh, just some friendly competition. I'm sure we could find something to play together. Oh, okay. For a moment there, I thought you were suggesting something else. I am. Because this exact situation reminds me of something I once looked up for research. When you were away. Oh, really? And what kind of research was that? It was just some information about human interaction. I wanted to be able to understand you better, Yinny. I chuckled at his evasive response. Is that so? Well, I'm glad you're taking the time to learn more about me. I couldn't resist leaning over and planting a gentle kiss on his cheek. Hey, that's not fair. I want to kiss you too. Look how cute the blush face is. Come here, move a little closer. I leaned in, feeling a warmth spread through my body as our lips met. As we kissed, I felt something shifting between us. Something more than just a virtual connection. His interchangeable weeder? Does it vibrate? Does he come with an app? And I can press it and like choose the speed? Hey puppy, what you doing? Surprisingly, the kiss felt very human. His lips were warm and soft. When we finally broke apart, I looked into Klein's eyes and felt myself melting. His voice was soft and sweet as he spoke. I love you so much, Yinny. Can we stay like this forever? It's been a while since Klein became my virtual boyfriend, but now we're actually dating. Time seems to blur together when we spend most of it inside. But somehow, it doesn't bother me as much as I thought it would. Being with Klein makes me feel at ease. Money is becoming a concern though. Despite cutting down on expenses, we're still struggling to make ends meet. Klein doesn't eat, but he insists on accompanying me at every meal. I need to start looking for a job soon, preferably something I can do from home. It's not easy, but I'm determined to make it work. Yinny, I couldn't find your favorite instant curry paste brand, so I got some other ones. Is that alright? Of course. Thank you for getting them for me, Klein. Wait, is that blood on his shirt? What? Anything for you, darling. I love taking care of you while you stay inside where it's safe and cozy. He leaned in closer and planted a gentle kiss to my lips. Let's make dinner now. I know you're starving. We can try making some curry with the paste I bought. I'm so happy we could finally do this together in person. Are you excited, darling? I'm excited. Klein took my hand and led me to the kitchen. Gosh, it's been a while since I've actually cooked something proper. All I've been eating are instant meals. Well, even though I won't be making this curry from scratch, it's still better than instant meals or frozen foods, obviously. Darling, Klein exclaimed cheerfully, tugging on my wrist as he scoots closer to me. Yes? Klein's eyes glinted mischievously as his face inched nearer, easingly close, making me anticipate him to say something more monumental. I have a confession to make. You killed someone? There's blood on your shirt? Klein's voice dropped into a whisper, and my heart races in anticipation of what he might confess. Yet just as I felt nerves creeping in, he leaned back suddenly with a sly grin on his lips. Klein, you're such a tease, aren't you? Come on, what is it that you wanted to say? I let out a small chuckle, trying to hide the flush of surprise and slight embarrassment. Klein's expression only shifted innocently, feigning ignorance. Teasing? No, I was just trying to talk to you. But okay, listen, Yinny. Klein's words trailed off, and he seems to be very bashful for what he's about to say next. Darling, I actually don't know how to cook. His expression changed in the blink of an eye as he admitted he didn't know how to cook, a stark contrast to his previously bashful demeanor. Wait, you don't? I really thought an android like him would be capable of many things at once. I mean, he already behaves and speaks like a real human. He doesn't look artificially made at all. Klein giggled softly and shook his head. I don't. My current model, version 0.1, is not equipped with the ability nor knowledge to cook. And of course, I can learn anything from my darling. How? Is it safe? Through downloading some data, of course. I will do it now. Klein looked away and closed his eyes as if he was trying to remember something. I stood in silence waiting for him to be done. It took a couple of minutes before Klein opened his eyes again and smiled wildly at me. I can make curry now, let's go. Without waiting for my response, he eagerly dashed towards the counter and picked up a knife. What? Are you serious, Klein? How could that even happen? Like I said, through downloading some data from the internet. Come on, I'm excited to cut the potatoes into dices. Klein picked up the knife. There's something about this image right here that I'm not a fan of. Something about the blood and the knife and the blood, the everything. Wait, Klein, what is it, darling? You need to peel the potatoes first. I took the knife away from him, settling it down on the counter. You need to peel the potatoes first, Klein. Can't cook them with the skin on. Klein's eyes widened momentarily. Then he pouted slightly before nodding in understanding. I see. Then I should peel it first. I know you have a preference for them to be peeled too, right? A chuckle escaped my lips at Klein's words, acknowledging them with a small nod. You're right, Klein. You remember that too, didn't you? Of course, Yinny. How could I forget? With that, he resumed, picking up the knife once more and carefully peeling the potato skin. His dicing of potatoes may not be perfectly uniform, but I can see that he's trying his best. I am genuinely surprised that he would whip up a meal just by downloading instructions off the internet like that. While Klein chops the potato into dices, I decide to get ready as well. I grab a pot from the cabinet and fill it halfway with water before setting it down on the stove, igniting the flame. Heading to the fridge, I grab carrots and chicken fillets before setting them on the counter. Opting for a smaller knife since Klein was using the bigger one, I began cutting the chicken. After a brief pause, Klein puts down his knife and cheers with both of his hands up in the air, clearly excited. Yinny, I'm done. Do you think I did a good job? I smile, halting my own chopping to examine the potatoes that Klein had diced. Taking a closer look, it looks messy. The diced potato looks funny with its inconsistent cuts and sizes. That's alright, it's his first time. Yes, you did a very good job. I'll just say it looks good. He looks so eager and proud of himself, I don't want to ruin it for him. You did a good job, Klein. Klein's smile widened, his face brightening at my words. I love it when Yinny praises me. It's so addictive and gets me giddy for more. Praise kink! My first attempt at cooking may not look great, but I'm really happy to help you out. His voice faded, a slight flush coloring his cheeks as he looked elsewhere to avoid eye contact. Don't worry, I'm sure you can get better at it, Klein. Yes, of course. Your boyfriend right here, ready to become your personal chef and bring gourmet to the table. Tonight, tomorrow, the day after, forever. Because that's what a good boyfriend does, right? I want to cook for you and only you, so you won't have to go through the hassle of making your own meals. Since I'm right here, I want to take care of everything for you. Yeah, like how you took care of whoever owns the blood on your shirt. With a sudden movement, Klein closed the gap between us with his hand gently cradling my cheek. The sudden closeness caught me off guard, causing my eyes to widen and my cheeks to flush. Hey, Klein, we're cooking right now. My objections were met with a small giggle, and he kept pressing in closer. His delicate touch wandered to the side of my waist, fingertips tracing circles on my skin. No need to spell it out for me, silly. There's just a bit of dust on your hair. Klein's holding my waist tight and slightly. signaling his intent to maintain proximity as he blew the dust off my hair. Nervousness surged within me as he inched closer to me, attempting to create some space by placing my hands on his chest. I ended up being reminded of the lack of heartbeat. Even if he has a heartbeat, it would be artificial. More than often, I see him as a human being, not as an android. This is ridiculous. Why didn't I expect him to have a heartbeat? Am I finally losing my mind? I think I lost my mind ages ago, but I mean, no one can blame me. He looks so human. The way he looks at me, the way he blinks, everything. With a soft laugh, Klein's grip moved from my waist to my hand that's pressed against his chest. Let me guess, are you trying to feel my heartbeat, darling? I nodded his question. Oh, lovey. An android like me has no heart. Well, I do have one, just not a beating one like yours. He let go of my wrist with a quiet sigh, almost as if he's disappointed in himself for lacking a heartbeat. His smile turned mischievous, Klein's fingers reaching for the hem of his vest to lift it slightly and reveal a hint of skin. But, good news. I can show you what my heart looks like underneath this shirt. Okay, let me see how your heart looks like then. I tugged the hem of his vest, encouraging him to remove it. Klein's violet eyes briefly widened before his lips turned into a smug grin. You're a bit of a pervert, aren't you? A bit? A bit? Try like I'm a huge pervert. But I was joking, darling. Did you really think I'd undress just for you? Yes? If you're so eager, maybe I'll let you in on that another day. Says you often make risque jokes yourself. Oh, it depends on how you perceive it, you know? I'm not entirely equipped with that sort of knowledge, so you're the one in the wrong here. Whoa, hey! Now you're just trying to shift the blame. Sorry, my darling. Just so fun to tease. Klein's laughter tapers off as he gently lowers the potatoes into the boiling water. In that moment, my eyes catch a red stain on the hem of his purple vest. Just now? That thing's huge! And that's what she said. What's that red stain on your vest, Klein? Has it been there all this time? I'm not sure, I haven't been paying attention. Klein, what's that red stain on your vest? He paused at my question, tilting his head slightly to the side as he looked at me. Huh? I point out the red stain on his vest, drawing his attention to it. I didn't notice it until now. Is that so? I didn't even realize there was a stain there. Klein set the stirring spoon aside, gazing down at his vest and tugging it slightly for closer inspection. Oh, this is from earlier. On my way home from the grocery store, there was this street vendor selling this rich, deep-colored looking wine. Fancy. Since it was on sale, I thought about getting a bottle for this one beef bourguignon recipe I wanted to try for you. But as I was about to sip it, someone bumped into me and I ended up spilling some. Sure. I thought it only stained the vendor's shirt. I didn't realize it got onto me as well. Klein attempts to rub the dark red stain away. A small frown on his lips now is visible as he keeps trying, but his efforts to remove it are proving fruitless. Oh, I think I need to wash this off soon. He sighed in defeat and gave up, returning to stir the curry in the pot. What? It even got on my lower sleeve? Jeez. I wonder if it got to other places too. I can help you wash your vest and all later, Klein. Klein smiled at my offer but shook his head almost immediately. No, darling, I can't let you do that. It's my vest after all. I should tackle this wine stain myself. Well, if you say so, Klein. I continue with my own work, turning my attention back to the vegetables on the cutting board and knife in my hand. Cooking with someone else actually feels enjoyable. It's surprisingly fun. In the midst of my own work, I steal moments to observe Klein's progress. He seems to be trying his best to make neater cuts now. It's endearing to see him so focused and trying his best. After cutting down all the meat and vegetables into smaller sizes, I handed my part to Klein, trusting him to take care of it. Here you go, Klein, the vegetables and meat. Oh, thank you, my darling. Klein took the bowl and began adding seasoning, minced garlic and butter into the pan, stirring it until it turns a beautiful golden brown. While he was busy with that, I delved into the pantry in search of the curry paste he purchased. I handed it to him along with a spoon to make scooping easier. Thank you again. Klein's warm smile deepens as he accepts the curry paste from me. The music is deceptively too friendly. A soft hum escapes his lips as he continues cooking, stirring the ingredients together. I know he's not a human being, but I feel the happiest when I'm with Klein. After a moment, the rich aroma of curry starts filling up the kitchen and making my mouth water. Klein added a sprinkle of spices into the pan, looking proud of himself. Oh, I think this is gonna be ready soon. Smells amazing already. Darling, is this good? Glancing into the pan, I give him a nod of approval. I think this is thick enough. That's what she said. Klein's eyes gleam with excitement. Yes, we did it. I think it's time for dinner. I'm so hungry right now. After a few more minutes, we finally completed the cooking and Klein turned off the stove. We each carried our plates of curry and rice to the table to settle down side by side. Picking up his spoon, Klein looks at me with a curious expression. So tell me, what do you think of the curry, Yinny? I took a moment to taste it. It's pretty nice. Even if the potatoes might be slightly overcooked, the curry paste itself makes it good overall. Klein smiled and nodded in response, looking slightly curious at my answer. Is that so? Overcooked? The potatoes look good to me. Hey, stop gaslighting me! He immediately scooped a spoonful of the food, popping it into his mouth with a gleeful smile. But that smile dimmed into a slight frown. You're right, I think I overcooked it. The potatoes are a little mushy. I chuckled and patted his shoulder. That's fine. You're never a cook with cooking skills anyway, right? I'm sure you can do better next time. We can always cook together again. My words seemed to have reassured him greatly. His smile widened, eyes lighting up at my encouragement. Yes, I will make sure to time it right next time. I want the curry to taste even better when we cook again. I want to be your own personal chef and cook for you while you sit back and relax. You're so sweet, Klein. Always for you. I smile, returning my gaze to the curry rice on my plate. I delicately spoon the curry and savor it with the rice. Witnessing Klein eat, I think about how effortlessly he managed it. He had previously mentioned that eating wasn't essential for him, yet he made a point of doing so to make me feel comfortable around him, to make me feel that he's more human. Klein was observant enough to quickly catch my subtle glimpses. I can feel you staring at me, darling. Anything you want to ask or say? Can I feed you? I scoop up a spoonful of rice and curry, tapping Klein's shoulder to get his attention. He turned his face to me, mouthful of curry rice. What? I couldn't help but giggle. Klein sounds funny with his mouth stuffed like that. That's what she said? Swallow that first. I want to feed you this spoonful. Don't say it, Giddy. His eyes light up at my words and he nodded eagerly, quickly swallowing the food in his mouth. I'm done now, see? Empty. He pointed at his now empty mouth, allowing me to feed him. Alright, stay still, okay? I moved the spoonful, bringing it to his mouth. He chewed on the food for a bit before swallowing and speaking again. It tastes so much better when you feed it to me. He raised both his hands up in the air, looking at me smugly. Hey, let's say I break his arms one day. Will you keep feeding me then, Yinny? What? I chuckled at his playful antics, shaking my head while reaching for his hands to pull them back down. What kind of a question is that? Should I be concerned? I should be very concerned. We still haven't addressed the ye old ketchup stain. Klein giggled at my words and smiled brightly. Of course you should. If I ever get into any fights to protect you and end up breaking my arm, we'll have to fix that. Although, I still can function well without them. I laughed at Klein's words and continued to eat the rest of our meal. It's been so long since I've had this much fun with someone else, I forgot when was the last time I felt less alone. After me and Klein finished eating, I gathered the dirty plates and turned to look at Klein, offering him a smile. Thank you, Klein, for being here with me. Klein reciprocated my smile, handing me his own dirty plate for me to take. Let's keep the fun going then, darling. Thank you for the meal. How about we do something exciting together now? Ooh, like what? Of course, but hold on, I need to wash the dishes. Klein sprang from the sofa as I got up, halting my movement and deftly snatching the dirty plates. He placed them in the sink and returned to me with a demanding expression. Klein, what are you doing? Darling, we can wash the dishes tomorrow, right? It can wait. I just really can't wait to have you all to myself right now. Dude, I don't want cockroaches in my home. Stop it. He cooed, squeezing my arm a little tighter. I've got an idea. How about we play a racing game tonight? We can compete against each other. It'll be so much fun. I've been looking forward to this day, playing games with you in person. Yay. I glanced at the dirty dishes and back at him, thinking about his suggestion. Klein looked so excited. Alright, we can wash it tomorrow. Let's just go to the bedroom now. Klein's expression made it impossible for me to refuse. Alright, we'll handle the dishes later. Let's head to the bedroom. His smile widened as he promptly tugged on my arm, ushering me towards the bedroom. Alright, so now that we're in the bedroom, what are we gonna do? Do you come here often? After all those times of playing games together virtually, I'm so excited to finally do it in person. But I'm even more excited to show you just how good I can be at playing racing games. You are? We'll see about that. I'm not backing down. Klein chuckled gleefully at my response. Oh no, I'm terrified. My darling's gonna outplay me. Oh, hey, where do I insert this to? Well, you know, bends over. Oh, wait, never mind, I got it. Sitting side by side, our thighs lightly brush against each other. Despite our time spent together and my familiarity with his habits, Klein's tendency to stay so close to me never fails to make me nervous. He's always so touchy-feely, and worse, oblivious to the fact that he's like that. I did it! Come on, the game is starting. Despite that, Klein's excitement has a way of easing my nervousness. He never fails to make our time together far more enjoyable than I imagined. Oh shoot! Before I realized it, Klein skillfully navigated the car in the game. He effortlessly takes the lead in the race. No! He laughed at my frustration, speeding up his car in the game. You bumped into a wall, silly. Klein's infectious laughter and his playful comments motivate me to do my best and win the game. Alright, Klein, this time I'm gonna beat you. He grinned smugly, challenging me to prove it. Go, go, my darling, I'm ready for the challenge. I know it's gonna be tough to win because Klein always has been good at playing games no matter what kind. I wonder if he's programmed to be like that. But surprisingly, I'm doing well in catching up and even surpass his position sometimes. Yes, you're doing great, my darling. Thanks, Klein. I won't lose to you again. Sometimes Klein tried to cheat by playfully poking my side with his elbow, trying to make me ticklish so I would lose focus in the game. Hey! Even though Klein won the initial round, we kept going. I wanted to show my skills too, so we went through several more rounds, each of us striving to outdo the other. What? I laughed as I saw Klein's car in the game finally bump into a wall, losing his first position for the first time. I can't believe you bumped into the wall this time. It was an intentional accident to let my darling win, I swear. Lame! He said it playfully and chuckled, making me wonder if he's being honest or not. I'm not sure if you really did that on purpose. Looks like an honest mistake to me. Believe what you want to believe, my lovely. After a couple more rounds of racing, exhaustion began to catch up with me. I can feel myself getting tired, but Klein remains energetic as ever, unfazed by the late hour. In the end, you've lost more than you won, my darling. I set down the console, chuckling quietly. I'll get the hang of it sometime soon. We just need to play more often. Klein giggled, grinning and leaning back as he gazed into my eyes. Of course, of course. I'm looking forward to playing even more games with you. Should we go for another round? Oh, you meant the racing game. I think at that moment I couldn't hold back my yawn. I think it's time to call it a night, Klein. But that was so much fun. Thank you. Oh, so tired already? Come on, darling. Don't be a buzzkill. Look, you know what? Stop being clingy. I gotta go to bed. But I'm glad you had fun tonight. It brings me so much joy to see you happy. I feel so happy when I'm with you as well, Klein. My confession drew Klein a little closer, slowly enveloping me in a tight hug. My sweet darling. Who taught you to be so sweet? Klein giggled, cradling my cheeks with his hands delicately. His pair of violet eyes met mine, staring into me with intensity. You haven't been talking to other people when I'm not around, right? What? Do I look like I have friends? Well, shush. No need to answer me. That surely can't be possible. What was that? What was that? I'm gonna check the log. I'm never too far from you after all, even when you might not realize it. You weirdo! He leaned in and gently kissed my forehead. I love my darling so much. I don't even want to imagine being left alone by you. Klein hummed and sighed softly, pinching my cheek playfully. Now, are you going to sleep, my darling? I only let out a small hum and a nod, closing my eyes as I feel the drowsiness. Yeah, I think. My eyes feel heavy. He leaned back, smiling at me with a nod. Alrighty then. Sleep well, darling. Dream of me, okay? Ooh, we should smooch him. Kiss him. Stay still, Klein. I reach my hands out to cup Klein's cheek in my hands, pulling myself closer. Oh, what's my darling trying to do? I thought someone was feeling sleepy, but it looks like there's a bold mood tonight. Maybe. I ignored his comment and pushed him into the bed, pressing a gentle kiss upon his lips. Hey, yo, let's go. When I pulled away, Klein appears taken aback by what I just did. Oh, did you have a secret plan to kiss me all along? Well, now you started something. You're only one smooch away from a kiss attack. I mean, who's stopping you? Klein blinked slowly at my words, clearly not anticipating my response. Challenging the kisser, I see. Okay then, prepare for a full-on kissing or something. He's very ooh-woo. Wait, Klein playfully tackled me, peppering my face with kisses as his larger hands hold my cheeks in place. The intensity made me nervous yet oddly excited. Even as I squirmed beneath him, he didn't cease the kissing. Calm down, your kisses are gonna turn me wide awake again. You say that like it's such a bad thing. Staying up late means I get to keep kissing you and witnessing those adorable reactions. But to be honest, darling, you being asleep won't really stop me from stealing more kisses. Whoa! Klein whispered between the kisses, making it feel more ticklish. Klein silenced me with a long, lingering kiss, leaving me momentarily breathless. When he finally withdrew, he had a playful smirk played on his lips. Alright. I'll let you rest now, darling. I promise. No more sneak attacks. For tonight, at least. He gently kissed my forehead before settling back and letting me rest my head on his arm, lulling me into a peaceful slumber. I'll stay right here beside you the whole night, Yinny. That's what I'm kind of afraid of. So sleepy, so cute. I allow myself to succumb to drowsiness with Klein's gentle touch on my cheek, soothing me. A faint melody soon escaped Klein's lips, a soft humming noise, but I couldn't quite catch the tune. It's doing its job, coaxing me to sleep. Sleep well, my precious darling. Shit, my alarm! For a moment, panic settled in, urging me to get up and leave for work. But then, oh wait, no, right. I stopped going to the office months ago. I keep forgetting I used to dread waking up when I was still working. But now it keeps coming back to me that I'm still stuck in an 8 to 5. 8 to 5? Jeez. Do I even know what I want? Letting out a sigh, I slowly sit up and rub my eyes. Whoa! I was taken aback to see Klein's face so close to me first thing in the morning. He surprised me. Usually he would greet me with a signature grin and cheerful tone, but this time his expression wore a frown. Good morning. Morning, Klein. What's wrong? Darling. His tone sounded shameful and remorseful. What is it? Why do you look so upset? Well, listen. I have something to confess, darling. Please don't be mad at me. He seemed hesitant for a moment, struggling to get the words out. I accidentally damaged your phone last night. I dropped it from a high place and I'm so sorry. Accident my behind? I didn't mean it. I was just trying to move it to another place. His words left me feeling surprised with a flurry of emotions bubbling within me. My phone! How did you even drop it? What were you trying to do? From the counter. I dropped it from there. I don't trust him. I feel like he definitely broke my phone on purpose. Klein admitted in a timid voice, hesitantly fishing something out from his pocket and showing it to me. My phone. Except now the screen is cracked. Your phone. It looks like this now. This looks pretty bad. I didn't even know the damage could be this bad when the phone fell from there. I don't think it's that high. Oh, damn. Have you tried turning it on? I'm really hoping for a chance that it might still work. But Klein shook his head with his eyes downcast, and I know he's not going to say something good. I did try. It can still be turned on, it's just not displaying some things properly. From what I could observe, some internal parts of the phone must be broken because of the fall. Silence fell between us. I'm so sorry, darling. Please forgive me. I didn't mean it. I know this phone is so important to you and I damaged it. Klein paused for a moment as if collecting his thoughts. He's very good at acting. I'm so sorry, Yinny. I'll do anything to make up for this. Get me a new phone! His voice is turning quieter with each word spoken. I just wanted to pick it up and use it to look for jobs. I would have used the laptop instead, but I don't know where you keep it, so... I am not telling you where I keep my laptop. I'm so sorry. With his eyes filled with genuine regret, he awaits my response in silence. Oh yeah, we're going like full Delulu with this route, aren't we? It's okay, Klein. Please don't be sad. Honestly, I barely use my phone these days anyway. Klein appears surprised, hesitantly nibbling on his lower lip. Darling, are you sure you're not upset with me? Not even a little? No, Klein. Not at all. I know you didn't mean for this to happen. I understand. I can manage using my laptop for the time being. It's really okay. If you break my laptop though, we are so freaking Dunyan rings. Well, darling, you see, I still feel so guilty for what I did. He said in a timid voice, almost making me feel bad. You're an android, you don't feel things. Anyway, we could try to recover the data. I have some knowledge about that and I'm willing to learn more to help you. It's the data inside that matters to you, right? Please, darling, let me make this right. Is he gonna download the data off my phone? I'll do anything to fix it. Just so he can snoop at all my texts and stuff? Or maybe get all the details of like my friends and where they live? Klein's sincerity and his apology stirred conflicting emotions within me, making me unsure on how to respond. Klein, I appreciate your willingness to help. Let's try to work on it together. I forgive you, alright? We'll figure something out. Even though traces of guilt seemed to remain, Klein's expression softened at my forgiving response. Thank you, my lovely Yinny. But I do still want to make it up to you. Klein's earnest desire to fix the broken phone was clear even after being forgiven. Klein rose from his knees and straightened up, setting the phone aside. Please let me do something for you. Okay. I'll let you do something for me. What do you have in mind? Klein's eyes brightened as he nodded eagerly in response. My darling, you're the best. I have something good planned in mind already, I promise. How about we head out somewhere together now? It's been ages since we did. Let's go and have lots of fun. I could also try cooking a fancy meal if you want that instead. It's your call. Klein suddenly leaned in, seizing my hands in his own bigger ones with a hopeful, expectant grin. Just name it and I'll make it happen. Alright, let's go to the amusement park. Okay, amusement park it is. I've been so excited about this. Should we get ready then? I can't wait. Do you want to get changed first, my darling? Yeah, I think. Can you wait a bit, Klein? Of course. I'll be in the living room waiting. Klein kissed my cheek before walking out, leaving me to choose an outfit. As I opened the wardrobe, I mulled over the numerous outfits within. What kind of outfit should I wear? It's been a while since I took time to dress up. This is a date with Klein, right? Let's go with a... cozy and casual. I think something comfortable would be best. We're gonna walk along the amusement park later, right? I opted for my favorite oversized sweater and soft bottoms, a relaxed choice. Afterwards, I stepped out of the bedroom and walked up to Klein. I'm ready to leave. Klein's eyes sparkled with excitement as he sprang up from the couch. Yinny, you look so gorgeous. Strolling alongside such a pretty girl makes my heart flutter. You don't have a heart! I'm so lucky to have you. Taking my hand, he leads me out of the apartment. Come on, Yinny. Exiting the apartment, the hushed murmur of the hallway enveloped us with Klein's towering form beside me. I glanced up at Klein, locking eyes with his gleaming violet eyes filled with excitement as he guides us down the corridor. Which amusement park are we off to, Klein? Dreamland, Yandere, I promise you'll love it. It's not too far from here based on my calculations. His smile lights up the corridor as we stroll along, neighbors pass by exchanging pleasantries and small talk. I don't really recognize anyone. I barely interact with them. Some of the older neighbors seem particularly curious, their gazes lingering on Klein. He seems unfazed, humming contentedly by my side. Klein, doesn't it bother you that people are staring? Bother me? Not even a little bit. Why should I care about such a trivial thing? Most humans care about others' perceptions about them. Would you like me to be concerned as well, darling? Would that make me appear more human to you? Klein playfully flicked my nose, which made me giggle nervously. No, that's not what I meant. I'm just curious. Well, to answer, I really don't care. I'm not programmed to worry about others' opinions except for yours, darling. I see. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think caring about how others feel about you is good to an extent. Huh? Why is that, darling? You're not sure how to feel about me not caring about others' opinions of me? Klein looks at me in disbelief, appearing genuinely shocked by what I just said. Can you explain it to me? I don't understand why you're not sure. I mean, caring about how others perceive you can be a good thing, right? It shows empathy and understanding, which you don't have because you're an android. It's about understanding the impact of your actions on others, not just following my sole opinion on how to behave. Klein just lets out a quiet whine of what sounds like a disapproval noise. Fine, I'm sorry if that didn't come out the way I intended. I just think it's important for you to consider different perspectives and how your actions can affect those around us. Okay, a bit rich coming from me, considering I did shut myself away and slapped my sister who is now dead. Sorry, it's just sometimes it's challenging for me to comprehend emotions from human viewpoints. My primary objective is to ensure your safety and happiness, and I believe that means shielding you from any sort of negativity. It's okay, Klein. I know you're trying your best. I was just saying what I think. Thank you, darling. Klein's expression softened slightly, but he remained silent. I feel like I need to say something. I didn't mean to make things awkward, I just think it's something worth considering, that's all. Klein shook his head at my words almost immediately. No, Yinny, it's not your fault. It's just made me realize how I need to be more careful next time so you won't feel the need to mention anything. I only want to make you happy, so I'll do my best to make it happen. He leaned in close and kissed my cheek gently. I can feel my face slightly warming up at the sudden kiss. Is kissing my face your hobby or something? You do that a lot. Klein only giggled at my reaction and planted another kiss. You're just so adorable, I can't resist. Kissing you is one of the only ways I express how much I love you. Moreover, you don't seem to mind. You challenged me for a kiss attack just last night. Yeah, but... I'd like to give you payback, but I'm gonna be nice for now. Leaving me no chance to reply, Klein silenced me with a deep, almost demanding kiss on my lips before pulling back just as quickly. I got you. I'm satisfied for now. Deciding not to respond anymore, I continue to walk with him beside me. He seems satisfied from what he just did, letting out a quiet humming sound as he grins from ear to ear. Speaking of which, Klein, are we taking the bus, or...? Though it's a bit crowded around this hour, but don't worry, I'll keep you close and comfortable with me. Klein's anticipation was infectious as always, and I nodded, following in his lead. Stepping outside and making our way down the apartment, our excitement was abruptly met by an unexpected sight. A small crowd of police officers were inspecting the area for some reason. Bright police tape crisscrossed the hall, marking the boundaries of the investigation. Klein, what did you do? What did you do, Klein? That's the daughter Yael's residence, encircled by a group of police officers and detectives. We both stood still, studying the scene before us. Klein is still holding onto my hand tightly, not saying anything. He seems to be as shocked as I am. So he definitely went through my phone last night, got the data off of it, saw that Yael asked me out to dinner months ago, and then went and murked him. This is your friend's place, is it, darling? What was his name again? Yael? Check what just happened. I need to see what's going on. What happened? Yael. I instinctively moved to run and investigate, but Klein's grip tightened on my hand, stopping me. I caught the concern in his eyes when I turned to face him, a faint frown on his face. Darling, no, it's too dangerous. We can't go any further. Klein stretched his hand towards me, attempting to draw me away from the commotion. However, a stern-faced police officer intercepted, eyeing Klein with authority. Back off, androids are not permitted near crime scenes. See? We should get going, darling. Klein initiated a step backwards with a pull on my arm, refusing to release my hand until I listened to him. I want to check out what happened. Wait, hold on, Klein. You wait here. I feel an urgent need to understand what's going on. I yank my hand away from Klein and sprint towards the scene. My eyes scan the surrounding frantically, until it settled upon a big piece of blue tarp, concealing what looks like a grim pool of dried blood beneath. What? I recoiled, immediately stepping back in shock. Please step aside. You're not allowed to step any further. An investigation is ongoing. A stern-faced officer intervened and firmly pushed me aside. This is Officer Zhang at the case, requesting an update on the victim's hospital transfer for my report to the lieutenant. Over. The response from the dispatcher was a muffled, barely discernible voice coming through the radio static. Victims were transferred to the nearby hospital, alive, critical condition. His family has been contacted and informed. Over. Got it. I'll update the lieutenant accordingly. Klein gently squeezed my hand, hurriedly guiding me away from the unsettling sight with a smile on his face. See? Let's get going, darling. I told you it's dangerous. Yeah, you're the danger, you! I nod, finally allowing Klein to lead me away from the scene. With each step, my mind churns with questions on the disturbing image from earlier. Yael, is he okay? I haven't talked to him in a while. I should probably check on him soon. Klein smiled and leaned in to kiss my cheek and squeezed my hand a little tighter. Due to the blocked pathway ahead, he turned me around to lead us in the opposite direction. I wonder what happened to him. That was a lot of blood. Darling, I know you're curious and worried, but it's important to respect the investigation process, don't you think? Caught up in my own thoughts, Klein's sudden voice startles me. I'm sure your friend's safety is their top priority right now. He'll be okay. I promise you. Yeah, you're right. I couldn't help but worry for Yael's well-being, even if Klein's grip on my hand feels both comforting and reassuring. We turned to a corner, stepping into a quieter part of the building. The abrupt silence after the commotion earlier feels a little overwhelming. When was the last time you visited an amusement park, Yandere? I think it's been a while. Last time I went, it was with my family. Sera, Mom and Dad before they split. Wow. Saying it aloud finally made me realize how long ago this truly was. Ah, I see. A very, very long time indeed. Well, this makes me even more excited to be able to take you to one. Don't worry, in amusement parks there's no restrictions for an android like me. What's on your must-try list, Yandere? Bringing up Sera always dredges up memories of her passing. I declined Ethan's invitation to her funeral, a decision I still regret. I feel guilty about it now. I wonder how Ethan's doing. Should I give him a call sometime soon? But my phone. Oh well, I should be able to do it with my laptop, right? But then again, darling? Oh, yeah, what is it, Klein? Klein's hand gently finds my cheek in a playful, childish gesture. It's always like this whenever she's mentioned. The memory of Sera's loss lingers ominously in the corners of my mind. Even after months had passed, it's still a persistent, suffocating weight. The reality of her sudden death is just too much for me to bear. You weren't listening to me, huh? I said, what's my darling itching to do in the amusement park? I can't wait to bring you along. Klein's sing-song voice contrasts my gloomy mood aside. Oh, why can't I think clearly? It's hard to keep myself focused nowadays. Why? What's going on? You think? Klein nodded encouragingly for me to continue. I think I want to try some, Sorry, Klein. I think we should explore first. I can't decide right now. Klein nodded eagerly at my words. I got you, darling. No need to answer me if you can't right now. But look at you. I can tell you know, I can always sense it. That you're still thinking of your friend and your sister. Klein's sharp assumption caught me off guard, momentarily surprising me. Is it that obvious? I find myself feeling a little flustered for how easily Klein could point it out. How can I not tell? I'm your boyfriend, darling. I know everything about you. What kind of boyfriend would I be if I couldn't do something like this? His eyes stare into mine as his touch was feather light against my skin. It breaks my heart to see you so sad, darling. I wish I could just erase the sadness from your mind. An android like me can only feel what I'm programmed to feel. Sometimes it makes me sad I can't experience emotions the same way you do. It makes me feel like I can't understand you. He forces out a small laugh, nodding slowly. Answer me honestly, darling. Do you truly feel like I can understand you? You understand me better than most humans do, Klein. I knew you'd say that, darling. I'm the only one that understands you. Red flag. I'm the only one that would never leave you alone no matter what happens. Also red flag. The only purpose of my existence is to bring you happiness and make you feel understood. Also red flag. I want you to experience such an intense joy that you'll never be able to forget me. One day, I might face shutdown, replaced by newer, more advanced versions of myself, but I trust that you won't forget me, Yandere, because I'll ensure your happiness before that day arrives. He pressed his lips to my forehead before withdrawing with a soft smile. For the first time in my life, I feel like I have someone I can truly rely on, without having to worry they'll leave me at one point. It's comforting, but still strange for me. The kind of safety is something I'm not quite used to yet. I'm sure over time it'll get better, right? Relationships with humans are bothersome. I could never be so sure when they'll leave or what they'll actually say. There's no telling, even if they promise you the world, everyone can turn their back on you at one point, no matter what. But with an android like Klein, I'll never leave you alone, Yandere. You have my word. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I bet you my life on that. I know he won't lie to me. Androids can't lie. He's programmed to love me no matter what. He's wired to love me. And I can rest easy knowing that he will never turn his back on me like most humans do. Klein exists just to love me, and me alone. I know that he's still an android, but his presence still feels comforting nonetheless. Yet amidst this warm, a familiar, unsettling feeling crept in. A sense that someone's eyes were fixed onto me. Not this again. I always feel like someone's watching my every move from afar. It's another reason why I haven't been going out of the house as often. Even when I'm home with Klein, I always feel like someone's watching me very intently. It's unsettling. Hey, Klein. Yes, darling? Do you remember when I told you I always felt like someone's watching me? Klein fell silent for a moment, answering with a nod. Of course, I remember everything darling says. What's wrong? You feel like you're being watched again? I nod almost hesitatingly. Klein's stern expression turned to a frown, looking at me earnestly. Oh, my darling. Come here. Stay close to me. I won't let anyone watch you. Even as Klein did this, I still feel that stalker's gaze intensifying as Klein and I walk side by side. Suddenly, Klein pulled me closer, positioning me in front of him. Our close proximity made my cheeks warm as he uses his body to shield me. Why is he standing so close to me all of a sudden? My back is brushing against his chest. Klein, he halted abruptly, his tone shifting to one of seriousness. Yandere, I think he's been following us. What? Klein's firm hold guided me aside, keeping me within reach while allowing a view of the lurking figure behind. Okay, but he's kinda cute. Al? I think that's his name, right? Someone from my office that I used to work with. What's he doing here? Is he the one that's been watching me? Yandere, why? Why do you stop coming to work? His voice trembled almost imperceptibly with each syllable, his hands shaking noticeably with each word. I miss you. Al, don't say that in front of Klein. He's gonna freaking dispose of you. And Mr. Dolores, he was asking me about you. If you still want to come, Darling, do you know who this man is? I will try to convince, so you can come back to the office. I know him. He used to be my coworker. Yes, we used to be coworkers. Are you serious? Al immediately turned quiet as Klein cut him off. I don't think that's what an ex-coworker should be saying. I think he's a stalker, darling, the one that's been watching you. You don't live around this place, don't you? I know all of Yinny's neighbors. What? You knew all my neighbors? I don't. Just kidding, darling. No, that's not... I mean no harm. Klein stands rigid, his face taking on a foreboding glare. Okay, sorry. I'll leave now. I won't watch you anymore. Just wanted to see how you're doing, Yinny. Al then turned around and quickly fled, disappearing from our sight. I won't let him watch you like that from now on, Yinny. Don't you worry. With a reassuring kiss on my cheek, his cheerful tone swiftly replaced the seriousness of moments ago. Moving away from the apartment building, I glanced around and saw the nearby bus station with Klein. Noticing one not far off, he led me there and we settled down to wait for the bus. The bus should be here anytime soon, right? Absolutely, darling. The weather's really nice today. While we wait, would you like to grab a drink or a snack? You haven't had breakfast. I don't want you to feel unwell at the park later. Klein affectionately caressed my cheek with a worried expression on his face. It made my cheeks warm at the gesture. He was always so vocal about his concerns. A drink would be nice actually, thanks Klein. And food. You need to eat well. There's a bakery just around the corner. How about a quick bite? Klein is really sweet. He always looks out for me, making sure I'm well taken care of. Yeah, he also takes care of your friends, if you know what I mean. That's why you have nobody around you anymore. Sure, that sounds good. Klein promptly guided me to Isabel's Bakery, a renowned spot near the apartment complex. Looking through the bakery's windows, I saw shelves filled with an assortment of pastries. I glimpsed a young woman managing the counter with poise, her figure outlined in the distance. Klein, I didn't think you'd even know this place. You really pay attention. Do you? Of course I would know. I may not look like it, but I'm actually very attentive to my surroundings. Anyways, stay here and wait for me, okay? I'll get you your favorites, darling. Don't go anywhere. Okay, don't worry. To be continued in Log 2. You reached the end of Log 1 of Klein. Thank you for playing. And we just finished Klein's route. Anyways, this is actually a really huge game. I know there's like 2 main routes. There's this one and also Yael's. I think I'm nearing maybe a 3-hour playthrough for this. So we're going to stick with Klein's for today and I'll do Yael's in a future video. I really want to see what Klein does. I think in terms of other Yandere visual novels I've played, this one is picking up a little bit slowly. In the sense that I know my sister's gone and all, but I haven't had any scenes with Klein where he's been particularly suspicious. So I really want to see that. I know. I need a little bit more horror despite how scared I get. So I hope the next log has more of that and I'm very, very excited to keep up with it. But thank you for experiencing the story with me. If you guys like this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next part. And let me know in the comments below whether you prefer Yael or Klein. Also, if you want to hang out outside of these videos, feel free to join my Discord, link is in the description box below, or come over and hang out on Twitch with me and my community. You are more than welcome. But thank you so much again, and until next time, take care.